Hello class, this is Professor Baeder. Welcome to Geology 1010 at CCRI. We will start this course by having a presentation on rocks, fossils, minerals, and gemstones by Tyler Baeder, myself, and educational innovations for the rock display that I made the presentation on. This is rocks, fossils, minerals, and gemstones from locations all around the United States. It's stated whether they're rock, fossil, mineral, or gemstone on top. Then the type of rock, as you can see in the top left corner, it says igneous, which is a type of rock, and then the name of the rock, which is granite, in the state which this specific specimen was located, which is Vermont. As you can see, the states vary from rock to rock. As you can see, gypsum was located within New Mexico, basalt, Washington, sandstone, Ohio, coal, West Virginia, pumice in Oregon, and as you can see, California, Virginia, Georgia, and many other states are located within this display. So there's obviously a lot of time that was put into this, and a lot of discovery or mining that might have gone into this, and purchasing of stones, and exactly what is needed to encompass the full set of rocks, minerals, and gemstones. Now we'll start the presentation that I have prepared for you. So I've gotten into a little bit of it, but there are three types of rocks, which include igneous, sedimentary rocks, and metamorphic rocks. Igneous rocks will be our first example. They are formed from the cooling and solidification of molten rock material, which is also known as lava. Types of igneous rocks. Intrusive igneous rocks form below Earth's surface, cool slowly, large crystals can form. Extrusive igneous rocks form on Earth's surface, cool quickly, form smaller crystals. Examples of igneous rocks. Granite. As we were just talking about the specimen that was located in Vermont, I'll go back to it. It's an intrusive igneous rock. An intrusive, obviously, as was just explained, means within the Earth rather than extrusive, meaning that it cooled and is on the outer layer of the Earth, which basalt is an example of, and pumice as well. And those are all examples of pictures from right here. As you can see, basalt right there, and then the example right there, obviously, are two of the same, and the same with the other two examples. Pumice all the way to the right, and then granite, as we already have discussed a little bit, but it's intrusive igneous, as we have said. The composition is quartz, feldspar, and mica minerals. And uses, which I personally like a lot, are the countertops, monuments, floors, etc. I've seen like many great uses of granite within my own home, and from my experience overseas within Rome and all of the monuments and everything else that was composed of granite. It was absolutely amazing and breathtaking to see what this rock, along with human creation and artistic form, can create. Basalt, it's an extrusive igneous rock. It's a fine-grained, dark-colored. The composition is pyroxene, and its uses: aggregate in construction projects as a concrete or asphalt aggregate, are used as a filler in drain fields. Then we have pumice, which we have discussed. I'm going to move on because there are a lot of things that this presentation encompasses, and we have 5 to 7 minutes. So sedimentary rocks will be our next example, which you can see is the second row, which includes gypsum, located in New Mexico, sandstone, Ohio, and coal, West Virginia, as said before. And there are different types of sedimentary rocks, which include classic sedimentary rocks formed from mechanical weathering debris. Chemical sedimentary rocks form when dissolved materials precipitate from solution. Organic sedimentary rocks form from accumulation of plant and animal debris. Then, as I just showed, the three examples of sedimentary rocks. Gypsum has an appearance clear, colorless, and translucent. Composition is sulfate. Its use is wallboard, cement, plaster of Paris. Sandstone is another sedimentary rock, which use is also construction, just as a prior rock was, which was basalt, was also used in construction. And landscaping is pumice. Those are how these rocks can affect the economy and can start business and help people create their dreams, and also help people find homes and help construction within new areas and help people have safe and good housing. Coal is used for heat, obviously. Fuel, electricity, it has many uses, and also it pretty much runs the world economy until we move on to electricity or to another power source. Metamorphic rocks, which is the third row, is made up of serpentine, slate, and marble. In my opinion, marble is the most attractive or visually stunning rock, and I would say slate is a very boring and dull gray, not much going on rock. As explained, the appearance, which I explained, and the uses of serpentine is gemstones and sculptures, and the composition of serpentine is actually silicate. Slate, the uses is flooring, roofing, chalkboard. So as you can see, all these rocks are exactly what we see in everyday life. Chalkboard, every single classroom, houses, construction buildings, apartment buildings, CCRI, any other major institution or building that we go to is made up of one of these rocks, which then is now producing money, and the economy is going around, and people from all over the world are benefiting from this. It's a world economy within rocks now, and it's definitely within the country, and there's local trading as well as domestic and foreign trading. Marble is, as described, one of my favorite, and its use is also tiles and building aggregate. So all of these have that same composition. Then we discuss fossils. There's three different types of fossils. A fossilized impression, which is a mold fossil, a cast fossil, when a mold or impression is filled in, trace fossils, fossilized nets or footprints, and then there are true form fossils, fossils of the actual animal or part. And I apologize, there are actually 4 types of fossils, not 3 as there are with the igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic rocks. These are the examples of the fossils. There are 3 of them, which is right here, located in Indiana, Kentucky, and Texas. The first example, meaning hatch foot and have 2 identical shells, can be found in fresh and salt water. Some were swimmers, but most were bottom dwellers. And then I will discuss the crinoid stem, also known as sea lilies. Crinoids have a flower-like appearance and a stem made out of calcite discs that were stacked on top of each other, are the most common fossils found today. And then if you would like to read the middle example, you are more than welcome to. I just didn't time on this presentation. And then lastly, we will discuss minerals and gemstones. My favorite of these is the turquoise, which is found in Nevada simply for the color, as well as the rose quartz for the shine and beauty of it. I think all of these rocks do have a special touch or flair to them, as copper, quartz, fluorite, turquoise, rose quartz do. And obsidian is more dull, as slate was in terms of rocks. They're a little more dull in appearance, in my opinion. Minerals are naturally occurring, meaning it was not man-made. Inorganic, meaning it was not made by an organism. Solid, meaning it is not a liquid or gas. And the examples of minerals, which were just listed in that column. Now we will go on to gemstones, which we just were explaining, the rose quartz, turquoise, and other examples. It's the last 2 rows of the rock display, and it's the last 6 examples, as you can see, with the word gemstones on top of them next to the minerals. Rose quartz, South Dakota, name used for the pink specimen of quartz. The color is attributed to inclusions of the mineral diorite. It is a silicate. It is common and abundant. Can be used to produce small sculptures because it is available in such large pieces. And then those are the other 2 examples of gemstones. Here are the sources that I cited. There is obviously many sources because of all of the research that I had to do within rocks, fossils, minerals, and gemstones, because I had to look it all up separately and look up each rock specifically. And here are more sources, and the last page of sources. Thank you so much for coming to class today, students, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Thanks so much and have a great week. Bye.